Ultimate Frisbee, one of the most popular and fastest growing sports in colleges around Ireland. What is Ultimate Frisbee? We went to Carl to get the facts.
Well, Ultimate Frisbee is like American football, but instead you're using a frisbee. There is 2 end zones, one on each side of an end, and it can be played indoors or outdoors. There's 7 players I know of in an indoor team and 11 on the outdoor team. To score in Ultimate Frisbee is exactly like American football. There's 2 end zones, but you have to catch the frisbee exactly in the end zone to be a score. And you can't run with the frisbee, and so the players have to get open. Some of the rules are that it's a non-contact sport. It can be played indoors and outdoors. For the opposition, if you're playing against them, you can stand in front of them, and you can count to 10, I think it is. And then also, you cannot run with the frisbee in your hand. You have to catch it and jump. And then there's a thing called a pivot, which is basically planting one foot on the ground and then pivoting around in a circle with your other hand. You have to catch the frisbee in the end zone. And to intercept the frisbee, if the opposition team gets you to throw it outside the boundaries of the actual pitch or court itself, it's a turnover. If you intercept the frisbee, it's a turnover. And if you drop the frisbee, it's also a turnover. For beginners, I would say to start off using the forehand throw, which is like using your forehand out, like doing that. And you want to make sure your hand is straight, but you're not actually going to use your hand, you're using your wrist. So it's basically, if you want to put it in medical terms, if you're going out, just try and balance a point. Make sure you're like balancing a point in it. So it has to be straight and level, parallel to the ground, so you can throw it straight. Then there's the second one is the backhand throw, which is also called the flick. It's basically, you want to hold your hand out like a gun, and you want to face it in towards the back end of the frisbee, and then using a downward motion, you want to flick your wrist.
Ultimate Frisbee is a team sport where each team has the frisbee and they have to throw it from one end zone to the other. But when they have the frisbee in their hands, they can't run, and lots of other rules. But then the team with the most points at the end wins. That's really one of my favourite aspects of the sport, is that it varies a lot. As in, you can play with your friends and there's always that competitive aspect of it, but a lot of people who play frisbee, they don't take it too seriously. So it's really fun in that sense. But then when you go to competitions, everybody still has that fun spirit about it, but they're really, really competitive. So you kind of get the best of both worlds with the high standard of competitiveness, but still fun and relaxing. UL Ninja's training session would generally start with us just having a little throw around to warm up a little bit, and then do some stretches. And then we generally go into the drills where we practice different aspects of the game, like just throwing into space with specific throws, or running into space, or defense, and different aspects like that. And we generally end the training with just a game.
You actually need to be very, very fit to play the sport, because it is a very, very fast game. Because it can be played, like, you can get a score in about 2 seconds, like, if you are very, very fit. So yeah, I think you'd be very, very fit to play the sport. And I'd actually love to try and get LIT, a frisbee team, up and running, because there is a lot of people interested in playing it.
Ultimate Frisbee, there's lots of different throws. There's lots of trick ones. So there's the hammer throw, where you have it behind your back and then you flick it so it's upside down as it's flying through the air, and then somebody catches it. Or there's ones where you can bounce it off the ground and it comes up at an angle and the person can catch it. But really it's just showing off. It doesn't really serve much purpose in the game.
So as you can see behind me here, LIT does cater for all kinds of sports such as soccer, but it does not cater for a sport that we like to play, which is Ultimate Frisbee.
decide that the things that I tried were in my life just to get high on. When I sit alone, come get a little known, but I need more than myself this time. Step from the road to the sea to the sky, and I do believe that we rely on. When I lay it on, come get to play it on, all my life to sacrifice. Hey, oh, listen what I say, oh, I got your hey, oh, now listen what I say, oh, when will I know that I really can go to the well once more time to decide on? When it's killing me, when will I really see all that I need to look inside? Come to believe that I better not leave before I get my chance to ride. When it's killing me, what do I really need? All that I need to look inside. Hey, oh, listen what I say, oh, come back and hey, oh, look at what I say, oh. The more I see, the less I know, the more I like to live.